a gamer from bed. And that's what I grew into. And now look
You've
how
come
that
so far. You
changed.
should have you have so much motion in your body now.
Yeah, I used to stream on this app. I used to stream on the application Live Me and stuff. So yeah, that was how I grew as a content creator and grew the confidence. And that's how I got
That's
into
awesome.
game streaming. So it's nice to share my experience with you because not a lot of people know that story. And I do say it
Yeah,
from time to time.
absolutely. I mean, like, it's good to have our stories that we're able to share with people and just own it. You know, it's amazing what we've been through. Everyone's got a really, really, really unique experience. You know,
Yes, and what is on your sweater?
this. So I love gaming apparel. This is my shirt. I got this recently from Johnny Cupcakes, who's a local uh shirt maker of sorts from the Boston area. I love that guy. Props to Johnny Cupcakes. This is supposed to be a boo, but what's on here is this is from Fan Gamer. I got this as like it's like a Bomberman kind of
Oh,
zip-up
okay,
hoodie.
that looks familiar. Oh,
Yeah,
that is a cool sweater. What?
I
Hi.
oops, sorry, didn't mean to knock that over, but like whoa, hold on a second. I just unmuted something. There we go. Got it. Chaos.
You're
Always chaos.
No, it's
Anyways,
good. It's good.
I am all about fashion and stuff like that because there's a lot of video game apparel out there, but I don't think most of it's
And
very
your cup?
good.
What's on your cup?
Oh, I need to explain this to everybody. So
Please
for
do.
those of you who are familiar, Johnny Cupcake is awesome, Yumi. Please check him out. He's got lots of incredible apparel. I would recommend it. So, anyways, what's on my cup right here is from characters from a show called Matatabi Movie Labo. Came out in like Japan and stuff. But
Oh,
basically,
it's so
you have a
cute.
penguin, you have a raccoon man.
Oh,
There's Kanameru right over here.
I love
There's a
that.
cat, and there's the axolotl. He's awesome. Honestly, though, the penguin is my favorite. I absolutely love the penguin. Part of what I do on my live streams is that I'll add clips from the show, and they're like 10, 15-second clips. It's pure mayhem. It's absolutely pure mayhem. It's one of the things I do with the channel points on my Twitch page. You can basically drop in a token for penguins, and then once we summon the penguins, you get one of those videos, and it's always a good time. People just don't expect it, and then they get it, and they're just like, I need to sit down again. But they're already sitting, so it's fun.
That is so fun. I love the interaction that you have with your chat because it's so important as a content creator. We are entertainers and we want to interact with the chat. So that was another one of the questions I was going to ask. Like, how do you implement your stream with interaction? Like, do you read chat? Do you have like the fancy bots? Like, what do you do to be different from all the different content creators out there?
Think of it in terms of being different, because then you might get your head caught up too much in what you think you should be. I think the most important thing for all streamers, no matter what you are into or who you are as a person, just project your truth and project it with a confidence that lets other people know that this is really who you are and you're not faking it. So I know that I do a lot of stuff that's kind of crazy and out there, but I am kind of crazy and out there, so it works out. Like, the reason why I'm projecting penguins is not because I'm trying to get views, is because I actually genuinely love the program and I want to share it with everybody. So I do read the chat quite a bit, and I add my flair to it. I put down my opinion. I always try to be respectful because that's very important for us as content creators to understand that we're not here to push buttons. We're here to accept people as they are. So
I'm going to give you an applause for that. That's amazing. You probably won't hear it, but I hear it. So that's what matters.
well, I try to lead a life of love and kindness always. I think that you and I both relate in that part. So power to you for leading in that good, fighting the good fight, so to speak. But yeah, I
That's
mean, I think it's really important for us to be able to share experiences and be able to share parts of ourselves. So if you want to know how I interact with the chat, I do voice acting because that's something that I like to do. Sometimes I like to do impersonations of things and I
that's so
incorporate
fun.
that. And sometimes I, play those videos, and sometimes there's other things that get involved. It's mostly just the voice acting. But I mean, it doesn't have to be everything. It just has to be you. Like, and maybe nobody else does it, and maybe some people do it and they do it quote unquote better, but the point is, if you're projecting yourself and your honesty, it will return to you. It'll come back to you. And that's the kind of viewership that matters way more than just people who are just looking at you. You know, like there's a difference between a lurker and somebody who's actually keeping up in the chat. Not saying that like one's better than the other, but we get the vibe from those who participate in the chat, and they help us feel connected with our community. So
Hey, I
thank
feel
you
like
for everyone
lurkers
talking.
are a backbone. But yeah, I love my lurkers. I'm a lurker myself. I actually don't like to chat in streams unless I feel like the vibes are cool and I like what you're playing. Or if you're playing Fortnite, I would just criticize you because that's what I do. But anyway, I'm honest. Hey,
You're
don't be
digging in
mad
the
at
wrong
me.
spot. Oh, what? Dead.
But yeah, it's pretty funny. That's like a challenge to accept everyone for who they are and have to geek past towards individuals for certain comments. Yumi, can you please rephrase that? Is that a question towards the streamer? I'm trying to see what there's a lot of when Yumi gets their thoughts together, I can figure it out. But anyways, Ian, so how long you been streaming for?
So I started my streaming adventure back in 2016 as a way for me to try to like find other people that like the games that I like to play. Because I've always been a retro video game maniac. I always loved playing all the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis games like from when I was growing up and learning more about them, because we are finding out more and more about all these video games and what they're about every day. And even the hidden gems, I'm finding out about games that came out that I knew nothing about, and I'm excited to explore them. But I started out in 2016, and I started out on multiple platforms. I started out on Twitch and on Facebook Gaming, and did that for a period of time until I ended up joining a stream team on Facebook Gaming. And then I just dedicated myself to that craft until about 2021, where I had a crazy moment and I needed to just separate myself and detach and try to get back towards myself, because sometimes we get overwhelmed as content creators doing the thing and being in the routines that we do. But I have come back to Twitch. What's that?
May I ask what stream team?
Oh, XBit Gaming. We were around as a retro gaming stream on Facebook Gaming back in like what 2017 or something. I don't even remember what the official start date was for us, but we were one of the first partnered. We were one of the first partnered streamer teams on Facebook Gaming, and that was quite an experience for everyone involved. You know, it was great to interact with everybody and make all those connections doing that.
I remember XBit. XBit was cool, peoples.
Yeah. It's amazing the kind of connections you can make through platforms like that, you know?
I love that. Sorry, chat. I was just showcasing his Twitch. This is his Twitch, and it's pinned in the comments.
Oh, yeah, no, you missed it. No, there's an E at the end of it.
An E on what?
HEROES.
Shh.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong. With that. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's why I asked you. You're like, oh, it's right. It's fine.
I thought that I probably was looking at the wrong text frame. Damn it. You'll get it though. You'll get it. It feels like a million years ago. It really does, Amanda. I'm totally with you on that. It's amazing how much could happen over the course of a couple of years. Like, I started streaming again on Twitch back in September or August of last year, because I had been gone from streaming and I really missed it. It turns out I really missed my parasocial network and all the friends and people that I've made connections with over the years. It was really something. Really, I missed it a lot. So I'm glad to have it back in whatever format it takes now, you know?
I hate that term parasocial so much, but I know what you mean.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't know what else to describe it, because at the end of the day, they're all my friends. I love them all very much. And at the same time, I wish I could actually hang out with them on an everyday basis. Like real life kind of stuff, you know? So it's like, you want to talk about some of your best friends, but you can't exactly invite them over to the house whenever you'd like, unfortunately.
Oh, we got a question.
Sure.
Yumi was in a toxic group many years And after 41 years, and we're indoctrinated to be judgy and not accepted others if they're different. So I struggled and wonder if you ever struggled with that.
Yeah, it's a really interesting it's an interesting journey being a content creator or just a creative person in general, because everyone is trying to find their voice, and everyone's voice is different, and nobody's voice, I will make this very clear, not a single person's voice is going to be heard in every single environment. There are going to be people who will judge you, criticize you, shun you, not want to accept you, not want to hear what you have to say. And it's hard to deal with that in its face. But what you're talking about is a toxic group that was indoctrinating you to be judgy and not accept others. So that's kind of saying, like, everybody should be a certain way, and anybody who isn't in that certain way needs to get out. And I think that's a very closed-minded approach, because as human beings, we all want to learn from each other. I think we could all benefit from learning from each other's struggles, from each other's, triumphs and failures. And when we close the doors to those conversations, we end up making ourselves kind of like hollow as people. So I think it's really important for us to be able to have those conversations, even though sometimes they can be difficult. And when it comes to not fitting in, I've experienced that. I was playing in bands for like 20 years before I started doing my whole live streaming journey, and I got made fun of quite a bit, for sure. But, for what it's worth, though, it's really amazing when you show up as yourself and somebody says, I like that. There's something about that level of acceptance when you show up as yourself and somebody says, thank you for showing up. That really, really does it for my spirit. It really helps me go on. It helps me continue, because even though there are people who don't understand, there are people who do. And those are the people that, we tend to cherish more than others.
I love that. That is such well said, especially the fact that there's a lot of people out there that feel lonely or feel unwanted or feel left out. And when they see us, they're like, I want to be like them, or they look up to us. Or another thing is that, like, I feel in a safe space. And it's really nice that we bring that towards people, because we ourselves do this because it's our safe space. So it's ironic how, like, our safe space is a safe space for someone else. So that's really cool. Brinlin says, I miss some of the old retro gaming. I miss NES, love in the system before the NES. I mean, look how far we've come between old school gaming, new school gaming, and the difference the pictures are.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've come a long way from back in '86, It's funny though, because there's even when we think like the NES is like retro, it's so super ancient. Like, there are people who think like Commodore and Atari systems were the things that everybody needed to grow up on. Like, people who are older than I am, because I was born in '86, believe it or not. And so I grew up with the NES, and I grew up with the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. I wish I grew up with a PC Engine / TurboGrafx 16, because I love it now. But what can you do? Anyhow, but like, it's amazing everybody's different frame of reference of what they think retro is, because it's funny to me, because I have plenty of people in my corner who think that Nintendo 64 is retro. And I'm thinking, Nintendo 64 came out after all of these other systems. How dare you call it vintage?
It's retro, but not vintage. It does have like a retro aspect to it, but it's not vintage whatsoever, because
it's dated, though. It's certainly dated. I will give them that.
But here's the thing: people claim as retro as a category, when retro is actually just an idea, because there are games out there that have the retro aspects that came out in 2023, like the indie games. I love indie games, and they have the retro style due to the
Yeah.
fact that the developers themselves put their love and passion into it, inspired by the older games to create their games. So I
Oh,
feel like it's a general idea. I don't like generalized games. The only wars that I will have is Xbox and PlayStation wars, but we don't have to talk about that here.
we don't. I'm a Nintendo guy, in case you didn't know, so I'm completely out of the equation.
Hey, it's perfectly
Um,
fine. I love Nintendo. Nintendo was my first console I owned. My first console I owned was an N64 and Sega Genesis.
well,
Um,
there you go, right
so
there.
so technically, I'm a traitor.
It doesn't have to be like that. You know, Mario and Sonic eventually became friends. Isn't that weird?
Hey, and Sonic games are playable on Xbox, so ha.
Again, mind's blown. Suddenly we're crossing all sorts of boundaries and
Yeah,
borders and
we
everything.
are family. Oh yeah, just to let you
We're all
know,
just
if you,
gamers at the end of the day, you know? We're
yeah.
all just gamers just trying to have a good time playing whatever kind of, creations what we have in front of us. Getting back to your indie game comment, there's a stream that I do once a month called an indie showcase where I feature one of these games like once a month. It's typically on Wednesday nights. And I feature a lot of games that do pixel art, and they're very much inspired by a lot of the old games that came out back in the 80s and 90s, because back in the 80s and 90s, it's amazing what they came up with the limited resources they had. And
Mm-hmm.
now that we have programs like Game Maker and or the Unity engine that
And
are able to,
yeah. And
and
it's
well,
free. Unity
yes,
engine is free. Those games that you
yes,
see that developers make, the way that it costs money is to pay people to do the art and the script and stuff like that. But the programs
yeah.
are free. The only thing that's the most expensive thing is the publishing fees.
Making assets is a lot of work.
Oh yeah, that too.
Making assets is a ton of work, as I'm learning, but it's really a labor of love, and it's amazing what people have come up with. Are you familiar with the game Cave Story?
No.
Cave Story was a game made by Studio Pixel or a guy named Daisuke. It took him like 5 years to make the single game, and it ended up being a complete masterpiece and changed the way that people thought of retro gaming forever. So like, it's amazing to see the labor of love that goes into making all of these games, and like, you can pick them up even if you're not good at video games and have a great time. You know, like, you don't have to be a master at any of these games in order to play them. Like, you kind of needed to be a master in order to beat Ninja Gaiden, or you kind of needed to be a master in order to get through Street Fighter 2 at the hardest difficulty. Like, but some other games are more accessible than others, and they lead to a very pleasant experience. But I'm all about indie games because they understand the heart and soul of video games, and like the developers do, and they manage to project it well. So I love all of that.
Oh, I love that. What was the last indie game you played on Wednesday?
The last indie game, we finished up a game called Gato Roboto, which was made by Doink Soft, who put it out by Devolver Digital.
Oh, isn't that like the Metrovania type game and it's
It's
black and white?
it's a black and white Metroidvania game starring a cat in a mech suit. It's adorable. The story is kind of silly, but it's fun. It's very
Mm-hmm.
enjoyable, and I was very happy to play that. And I
That
was very grateful for everyone who came in to watch that.
that game
So
was free on Epic and Amazon Prime a while ago. It was a while ago. I remembered. But yeah, that game is really hard. I kind of rage quit that game, to be honest.
and for me, like, I can speed run Super Metroid, so I'm like anticipating like literally everything. We did manage to beat the game. It took us 2 streams to do it, but like, we got through it.
Okay.
It was a funny game. I know. Amanda she knows. It was a very funny game. There's a lot of great content in that.
I love that. I have a recommendation for you and you must play it, and it's over 90 hours.
Oh, good. So I'm going to need to log into this adventure. What is it?
Crosscode.
Crosscode. Can you tell me more about it?
My all-time favorite indie game that inspired my merch and my ideas of scorpions being land lobsters. But we're gonna talk about that. But Crosscode,
Is it like Evo, or like, how does it play? I'm very curious.
it's available on all consoles. It's even it's also, is it? Hold on, let me double check. It's on the Switch.
Oh.
But yeah, it is called Crosscode, and it's a cross between it was inspired by Chrono Trigger and Yoshi
Ooh.
Island.
That sounds very awesome because I love both games. I've loved both games very much. So it's an RPG
It's
and
a
it's very
JRPG.
colorful and pretty.
It's a
That sounds
JRPG.
awesome. That
I
sounds
just don't want
awesome.
to spoil the story for you because the story hits the feels.
That's
Oh,
okay.
and there's a lot of puzzles too.
Ooh, I like puzzles. I like puzzles a lot.
What's wrong with you?
Everything. If you don't know, I'm an elite Tetris player. So there's that.
Tetris Connect has the best music, hands down.
Oh, Tetris Effect?
Yes.
Oh, Tetris Effect is so pretty. For those of you who were tuning in when I was on Facebook Gaming, I managed to beat that entire game in one sitting on one live stream. That was so much fun.
8 hours for me, it took me.
I think the first time I played Tetris Effect, I think Jeff from Xbit was like, hey, I got a Tetris game. You want to check it out? And I'm like, all right, sure. So he hands me the controller. He's like, I've been stuck on this one level. And I sit down, and an hour goes by, and I beat the rest of the game for him. I was just like, sorry, I got a little carried away.
I could pull up the trailer for Crosscode if you want to see it.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, of course. You probably won't hear it, but it's okay.
That's
you get
all
to
right.
see what I'm showing you. Hello, Boomer. Welcome, first time chatter. Nice to have you here.
Yeah, Boomer.
Okay.
That's cool though. I love learning about indie games all the time, and there's so like I'm very like I can play RPGs, but I'm very much like an action guy. So like there's games like Blazing Chrome, which is like a Contra spinoff, or not a spinoff, but a Contra clone. And there are a lot of other games that are still coming out that I want to get everybody exposed to because I want independent developers who have made wonderful games to get the attention and the love that they deserve. You know,
this is what I feel about this game. I love this game, and I had the developers from Germany to show up on my stream to tell me that I was underleveled, and then I proved them wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
That was such a great experience. All right, the screen will look a little discombobulated, but the reason why I'm doing that is because of the proportion of my screen. But it's okay.
It's okay.
And by the way, good news, it is available on Nintendo Switch. So here is Crosscode, everybody. Rated T for teens.
Nice. There's so much going on. I love it.
It's so good. And that's just like a short trailer, like, because I don't want to spoil the story for you.
That's totally fine. I'm looking at the gameplay. Like, for me, as somebody who enjoys video games as much, is like, I love seeing how the gameplay plays out.
Look at this.
So, this is beautiful. This is very well done. And it's like an action RPG. It reminds me of Secret of Mana, you know? Like, it reminds me of the top-down RPGs that you'd play like this that actually required you to move around as opposed to just be turn-based.
And oh man, the story is so good. Like, I don't even want to tell you about the characters or anything. It's one of my favorites. It looks well
animated, too. Like, I feel the aesthetic. It's nice. It's really nice.
That was a super fun time.
Is the original
Huh?
Is the original Tetris on Switch? Oh, you know, Yumi? It depends on what it Yes? Is it on the NES? So my deal is that you know how they have the Nintendo Switch Online?
Yeah.
And you're able to access the different games.
Uh-huh.
We definitely have Tetris for the Game Boy on the Game Boy portion of the Nintendo Switch Online. But the NES portion? Is there a Tetris on the NES?
No, they only have the Game Boy one.
They only have the Game Boy one. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Secret of Mana is one of my favorite games. Actually, Trials of Mana, the sequel to Secret of Mana, if you've ever played that for the Super Famicom translated, Seiken Densetsu 3 or Trials of Mana is what they call it now. That game is the best 16-bit experience I've ever had playing an RPG. That's just my personal opinion, though. So everyone's welcome to, try to change my mind. You
I
won't.
love that. Oh, so Boomer, you found me in the MegaCat Discord. I love that. MegaCat Discord, if you don't know who MegaCat is, they do sponsor streams, and they also give a lot of indie titles for you to showcase. So thank you
Oh,
for being
nice.
here. Yeah, I haven't
All
done a
right.
MegaCat demonstration in forever. I definitely gotta be more active there. But I'm so happy you passed by. This is another streamer here who plays lots of retro games. If you want to check out their link, it is pinned on the chat. And he streams on Wednesdays and Sundays, correct?
I stream at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and right now we are in the middle of an event that I like to call Mega May, which I devote the entire month of May to nothing but Mega Man games. And right now what's coming up, I believe, on Wednesday is we're gonna be playing Mega Man 4 on the NES and Mega Man 2 for the Game Boy. So my goal is to get through as many Mega Man games as possible and die as few times as possible.
Wait, so you got the Legacy Collection that just came out?
I do have the Legacy collections, but I also have the original games on their original cartridges, and that's how I intend to play most of them.
Do you have the cartridges to show us, or no? That's a little too much work for you.
I don't have them on hand right now, but when you check me out on live stream, I will make it a point to showcase all of them. Yes, I have the Super Nintendo cartridges for Mega Man X, X2, X3, and 7, and I have a repro of Rock Band and Forte, which is also really tough. I have all 6 of the NES cartridges. I have all 5 of the Game Boy cartridges. Like, I went for retro gaming collection for a good long time until I realized I didn't have any money for it. Because it gets expensive. It really does.
It's expensive to collect games. And then if you didn't hear, the Super Mario All-Stars is now up to almost $200.
Why?
Sealed. Because they're hard to find now.
Sealed? That makes sense, I guess.
I have mine sealed still.
Good on you. I mean, but I guess this is the one thing that's going to drive most collectors crazy, is that I buy games with the intention to play them, not to keep them sitting and collecting dust.
I downloaded it on my Switch. Does that count?
That's totally fine. It's whatever. You can do whatever you like. As long as you're playing the games, that's what counts to me. If you're buying a video game to let it sit on the shelf, you're doing the game a disservice because it needs to be played. I'm the kind of jerk who will buy if I had the money to do it, I'd buy a copy of Little Samson and put it into my NES and destroy like hundreds of dollars worth of credits towards it just to say I played Little Samson on original hardware.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Super Mario RPG is not that... Is it really expensive?
Wait,
I have a copy of that too.
How expensive is it?
It shouldn't be more than a triple figure game. It really shouldn't be more than $100, or at least I don't think it should be. I got my copy for 60 or 70, but prices have changed quite a bit. I will admit to that. Hey, Cervantes, what's going on, dude? Good to see you in the room.
Yeah, Cervantes was really happy when I said I'm getting 60-bit Hero on stream.
I remember Cervantes from the Facebook days. For real.
Oh man, Cervantes has been my backbone, keeping me on check when it comes to streaming. And I got to meet him at TwitchCon last year.
Oh yeah, good on you. That's awesome.
Are you going to be attending TwitchCon this year at Vegas?
I have not started making any kind of appearances at anything yet. I got to figure out how I'm going to make time for it first. And then I can start really investing and going to places like PAX or maybe like, other retro gaming conventions and stuff. I just got to come up with a better game plan. Keep in mind, I only started streaming again maybe about 8 months ago. It hasn't been that long. So I got to get myself really back into the swing of things.
PAX is so worth it sometimes. This year I was a bit disappointed, but last year was so fun.
The last time I went to PAX was probably like 2020 or 2019.
I went to 2020. I went 2020 during the pandemic when they had the Animal Crossing booth.
Okay, so I was definitely before that because I don't think I went for 2020.
Yeah, that was the first one I went to. No, that's a lie. I went 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 2020 was my first one, and then I went last year, and then I went this year.
I mean, I'm from like the Boston area. I've been to PAX a number of years in the past.
And I never met you in person. That's rude.
I don't meet anybody. I typically am walking around with a friend being like, what games can I play? What merch can I buy? Okay, I'm tired. Let's go home. I'm
No,
not there for an entire weekend. I'm there for like a single day because that's all the time I managed to come up with, and prices are expensive if you're trying to buy tickets to
they
something like that,
are, and the requirements to go there for free is ridiculous. Like, I'm lucky to go there free last year. This year, I wasn't that lucky, but it's because of my media background, so that's why.
Yeah, I learned that too from being affiliated with XBit. We were able to get like free passes one year, and it was like I honestly thought that was like, oh my goodness, we made it. Because
Oh my god, we
because we
made
didn't
it
have to pay
moment.
for tickets that were like $80 for a day. Like they're so expensive, it's ridiculous. So to have anything like that comped for you is just such a great experience. It really is. It makes you feel very important.
It is. And if you do have time and you do ever with do like even if it's not a big convention or anything, there's those small conventions out there or little
They're
meet and
awesome.
greets and stuff that will
Yeah.
definitely help you build as a content creator. As a content creator, how do you brand yourself? Do you have business cards? Do you have stickers? What do you do to like promote yourself to just a stranger? Like let's like do a little scenario. You go outside just the way you are. Maybe you're wearing like a little 6-bit hero bougie hat or maybe a sweater or something. And then someone asks you, who's that? How would you market yourself to that person? How would you like sell yourself? That sounds really bad if you think about it. But how would you like present yourself to this person to go check out your content, even if you just like don't even know them? How? What's your elevator pitch? Thank you. That helped so much. We
All right. Elevator pitch is a great term for that. So what's the elevator pitch? So it's like if I'm pulling like a Billy Mays, like, hi, how you doing today? I got a terrible product that I'm gonna sell you. Like, no, I'm not trying to pull a salesman approach. I really don't. If I'm going to meet anybody on the street, I want to like come at it from a human perspective first to let them know I'm a real human being and I'm not trying to push a product on them.
hmm
And then if they want to know, like, hey, oh, you're a live streamer? What do you do? It's like, well, I really love retro video games. That's what I love to do. I love to share the love of video games with other people, and that's all I really want to do. I am pretty good at playing video games. I will admit to that. But I am not here to tell you that I am a world record holder. I just want to showcase video games that I love and share it with other people. So if you're interested in video games, if you're not sure, if you have like some favorites that you like, maybe I can introduce you to more. Maybe I can introduce you to other games that exist out there or what other developers are creating out there or just the love of video games. I'm just trying to spread the love of video games because I have a love of video games and I want to share my big love with everybody else out there. And thankfully, it does get received pretty well. But if we're also talking about my channel, it's also a projection of myself as a human being. So I feel like if I'm doing an elevator pitch, like you're going to have to like me as a person. Otherwise, it might be a little tough to sell you on it because I do some things on my live stream that are pretty unique. Let's just put it that way.
No,
And
that's
I
always
think that it's
good.
not for everybody, but it's great.
No, that's a great way to present yourself. So, would you say that your streaming is either a hobby or business? And what type of mindset? Are you more of like relaxed or you're like, okay, I have to do this, A, B, C, D, I get it this done or everything? And if you do that way, I'm asking 3 questions at once, so bear with me. Answer these 2 questions and then I have the third question.
It's okay. So I guess the question is like, what kind of approach do you want to take into it? Is it a laid back approach or is it a more professional approach? For me personally, with a history in being a professional musician for 20 years, I take the professional approach. I have my standards, I have my overlays, I have routines that I go through. I have a lot of things that are standards that I set in place that I do all the time because it helps me think less. And it sounds silly to say that, but like if all of your ducks are in a row and all you got to do is press go to get everything started, it makes your life so much easier. But unfortunately, when it comes to playing, we're doing the whole live streaming thing, there's a lot of moving parts. There's making sure your audio is good. There's making sure your scenes are accurate. There's making sure your information is accurate and that your video game live streaming is working. And there's a lot of other technical aspects to it. So afford yourself some time. Give yourself some time to make sure everything is straightened out and ready to go. And the more you streamline it, the easier it is for you. In terms of whether or not this is business and professional or if it's laid back, this is kind of like a side hustle for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say that in the sense that like the only reason why I'm doing this is to make money. This is a personal projection of myself, and it really is good for my personal spirit and everything that I am and I represent. And I'm able to project that. And it's wonderful to know that I can be received in turn and be supported in turn, because truth be told, I could definitely benefit from the financial support that I do receive on Twitch. So thank you again for all of you Legion of Sprites out there and all of you who are donating to the channel at 16-Bit Heroes. I really do appreciate all of you out there. Mwah.
I love
Seriously.
that. So your community is called the Legion of Sprites?
Mm-hmm. That's what we go by.
Oh, I love
And it's mostly based off of, well, are you familiar with the term Sprite is? So a Sprite is...
I know the soda Sprite. Does that count?
Yes and no. Sprite is a fine soda. Don't get me wrong. I'm not here to bash on the PepsiCo. But like a Sprite in a video game is just an object. It could be a character sprite. It could be an item. It could be anything. Any single image is considered a sprite. So Legion of Sprites is kind of a play off of that. And it shows the community like we're all part of this together. But my aesthetic is very much based off of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Because if you think of sprites, you can also think of them as fairies. You can think of them in that kind of fantasy world aspect. So I think it kind of blends itself together pretty well.
I love that. Okay, the third question was, have you ever gone through a burnout? And if you did, how did you handle it?
No.
Good for you.
Thankfully. Because you know why?
Why?
I never full-time live streamed.
Good for you.
The most I've ever done was 3 nights a week, and that was a lot. And that's considering that I'm also like, a father and I have to raise kids and everything like that. Like my time is pretty much consumed. It's very difficult for me to justify spending so much time live streaming, but I have justified spending enough time live streaming to make it real and to make it something that everyone can enjoy on a more regular basis. It's just that like, yeah, I can understand how burnout happens for streamers, but I think that pacing is really important because you need to have time to live your personal lives as well as your, internet lives. And some people get so caught up in their internet lives, they forget to take time out for themselves and, take care of themselves on, an inner space. So I think it's good that I never experienced burnout. I've never done a 24-hour live stream.
Don't do it. I did it once and I almost burned out my computer.
Yeah. I mean, like, I could do a 24-hour live stream if somehow I had 24 hours to do and dedicate towards it. But I also don't think I want people watching me sleeping on camera. I'm not into that.
So what I did was my mom took over my stream and I did words for stream and I fell asleep in the background. So the chat was taking over my stream and my mods was just chilling with me. You did a 24-hour stream by accident? Goodness gracious. I would love to hear about that in the future. Also, if you are a streamer in the chat and you want to do a series like this, join the Discord and I'll be happy to send you the Google form. Or if you're my Twitter, exclamation point socials, my Google forms are out there. And I'm doing this for free. This is just a way of networking and stuff. So
yeah, we're having fun here.
That's
pretty much it.
Yeah.
We're not financially motivated. We just want to talk about our feelings.
We just want to we just want to have a hangout. This is just a little hangout. So you know what's funny? And people were telling me I was crazy because I was looking for a full-time job and I was already full-time streaming. And people are like, you want to stop full-time streaming and get a full-time job? I'm like, yes, full-time job will pay my insurance and do other things and keep me stable. Streaming is not a stable income. It's a hit or miss here and there. And people don't understand that. And when you do this for the money, you will lose that spark and that motivation. And then I've seen people that like hit affiliate and then they just gave up. They just leave their channel. Or they never hit affiliate and they just give up. And that really hurts my soul because I'm like, okay, I'm not against anybody who wants to do this for money. I was lucky enough to make money here and there and stuff. But whoever focuses on that, let them do what they do. Like, streaming is not for everybody. I always say that everybody could stream, but not anybody could be a good streamer. It's based on
Yeah.
what good work you put out there and the consistency. And when you're telling me that you have consistency, because I'm looking at your page right now, and my chat bot picked a random clip for 4 years, so we're gonna watch that shortly.
Oh boy.
Hey, I'm gonna let my chat bot pick the clips for me. This is great. I don't have
That's
to
totally
even.
fine, but like I'm proud of the content within the last year. If you pick up something from when I first started, it'll be kind of funny to look back on.
But
it's
it's good
okay.
to
I
look
am willing
back
to
on
own
it because I could criticize what you did in the past and see how you improved yourself. So,
Oh yeah, I mean, I can talk about that quite a bit. Jeez, I mean,
especially
the technical
this
issues
clip.
I've experienced.
This clip is with you with glasses.
Me with glasses?
Is this you? I don't know. It's a Call of Duty clip.
No, I never. No, that can't be me.
You sure?
And I'm saying that with conviction because I don't play Call of Duty.
It's
like,
on
ever.
your page. Take a look.
Are you sure that you're looking at the right page?
This is your page.
It's because you misspelled 16-bit heroes. That's why.
Am I on the wrong page?
You are, because there's an E before the last.
Why didn't it tell me that? Wait, so I did spell it right.
10 minutes ago.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I know. I'm so difficult to work with. I get it, but I promise you, the spelling is important.
I've been giving everybody the wrong page, and he hasn't corrected me not even once. What a fail!
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
It's okay. I will. Let me fix
you know what?
this.
Someone's getting free publicity right now, but they're not here on camera, so joke's on them.
That's so funny.
Now you have it spelled correctly. Now you can go ahead and check.
I had it correctly the first time on the gold
first time,
letter.
yes. I thought that we were all set. Oh no. I love mistakes on air. It's so fun.
Cancel me now.
I mean, because I go through it too, we all make mistakes on camera, and it's amazing how we are able to just fix it all on a whim on live stream. It really is amazing what we're capable of doing and how capable we are of doing it. For those of you who have live streamed before, being able to have access to all the tools at your fingertips like that is crazy. Take two, everyone.
All right, let's do this again. Let me do my chat bot. So I gave a shout out to a random 16-bit heroes. Fail.
That's okay. Maybe he'll figure it out. I don't know.
Why?
Let's
my goodness
pretend.
gracious. That's funny. All right, this never happened. All right, so let's get this right. So it's 16-bit heroes.
Mm-hmm.
With the E.
That's me.
And then shout out. Okay. Felix the Cat clip by Amanda.
Felix, that's great. Oh, so it might look a little bit weird because we did start by playing Felix the Cat, but I beat that game in an hour and a half. And I thought I had to play another version of the same game. But it turned out to be a Russian bootleg that I wanted nothing to do with because it had some graphic imagery. So I just ended up running original Legend of Zelda. It took me less than an hour to beat it. So that's probably what's in there.
See, I wasn't following you, so I followed the wrong. Oh, whatever. All right. Anyway, he got a free follow. Okay.
Numbers are climbing.
I can't.
It's really not it's all I care about is just being able to create content for people to enjoy. I'm not trying to reach a certain number or try to get to a certain point of fame. Because fame is a fickle mistress and it'll bite you as soon as you get it. If you get up on that high and then you have to come down off of it and try to get it back, you're just going to lose your mind off of it. So it's just one thing for all of us content creators out there, no matter how big or small you are, just make sure that you're true to yourself. And that is really the most important thing you can do.
I love that. That's so sweet. Okay, I got the right one. All right, let me go get that clip running for you. Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh. There's a clip. Found it. Okay.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. What is this I'm looking at?
What should I be looking at?
Oop, wrong
Can
one.
I look at it?
Okay, so let me fix it.
All right.
You look so tiny.
Yeah, I mean, like when it comes to my live streaming, I mean, I try to make sure that the gameplay is really the most important focus, but I do show my pretty face on the side. It's fine. It's
Hey,
fine.
I'm the same way. I always tell people like, "Hey, you're here for the gameplay," and they're like, "No, we're here for you." So
Yeah, I get that too, but I don't really want to. I try my best not to make it an egoic thing, you know, because if you start getting lost in yourself, then you start realizing that, well, I mean, like what you're doing takes a back seat and it kind of changes your whole perspective on things.
oh
I just
my
want to make sure I'm
goodness.
enjoying the games that I'm playing, you know?
My disc, everything's breaking on me.
Just to be clear, yours is the logo with the D-pad controller. Meadster, you're right. That is the one. I have not changed it since 2016, so I like having that
There
level
we
of
go.
consistency too. It's brand recognition, really, but I think it's a clean aesthetic, personally.
All right, we see him now. Okay, good. I wasn't showing you for a bit. I almost broke my stream. Okay.
Yumi says he is a 16-bit hero, so he must be small.
Oh wait,
Very,
that
very
deserves a
funny.
rim shot. That's funny. All right, ready
That's
to see this
great.
clip? I never played this game, by the way.
You've never played OG Legend of Zelda?
I never played this game that's on the screen. No,
Wow.
I know.
That's fascinating to me. This is a game that I can beat in under an hour because I like know some of the glitches of it and everything. I've played this game so many times. I'm a big Legend of Zelda fan, in case you didn't realize it. But I'm also a big original Legend of Zelda fan. And I say that because I'm not that good at Ocarina of Time and I hate Majora's Mask. I will say
Ocarina of
that on
Time.
public.
Ocarina of Time is my all-time favorite. I did the 3 heart challenges, master mode, and they
Power
wanted.
to you. That to me, that shit is hard. That stuff is hard to do.
Love
It's
that game.
very hard to do all that.
It's my favorite.
But the thing is, I can beat Legend of Zelda. I can beat Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link no problem in under like 2.5 hours. I can beat Link to the Past randomizers consistently in single live streams. Like I love the OG, retro versions of it before it went to 3D and N64 land, like because what ruined the Zelda franchise for me for the longest time was Majora's Mask. Because I played that game, but I did not play Ocarina of Time, but I was introduced to Majora's Mask when I got an N64, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Majora's Mask makes me so angry because it's a game you have to figure out yourself, basically.
And I hated it.
Oh,
I legitimately hated it.
I didn't hate that about it. It's just the game was definitely morbid for that type of age. It was way ahead of its time, kind of thing.
Yeah, the whole like you only have 72 hours to survive kind of thing was like a little jarring for me as a 12-year-old.
Majora's Mask was not hard. It is hard. There's no past tense there. It's still hard till this day. All right, here, let's watch this clip.
Oh, he's summoning Carl? Oh, I like that. That's way funny. Because we're going to get Carl involved. Whittly Carl, boy.
Oh, yeah, that's
Willy, 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 Wham! Yeah, I wrote that. It's called I Want to Rock Your Body. And then in parentheses, it says the break of dawn. Thank you for summoning Carl, yo. That was fun. We like having fun with that now, don't we?
Oh, brilliant.
All right. Oh,
First of all, I love this live stream status thing you have here. This is brilliant.
Thank you.
Do you still use that on your stream? And if you do, like, what is this basically on? Like, what is this focusing on? Is this basically just for like, because this is great content if you re-upload it to YouTube. This is really helpful kind of stuff. Or maybe like make it into like short form content if you think about it.
Yeah. So one thing that I've realized is that people really don't pay attention to like all the information that's there. And so what is helpful for me is to give people at least information on what I am doing. Because there's a lot of games that aren't common that I also play. For example, what I do is I do a monthly live stream called Shoot 'em Up Sunday, which features a shmup game from any sort of console or whatever, but there's a high chance that nobody's ever heard of it before. So I have to make sure I list all the information. I want to list the developer information, when it came out, what console it's on. So I have that information included in it. But I also make sure to include all of the bit donors, every single person who's contributed to the live stream, every single person who is following the live stream in real time, every single person who is resubbed to the page or has created a subscribe to the page or what have you, just to like let people know that you made your dent and now it's permanent. You know, like people need to recognize it's good for people to know that they're a part of something. And I think it's really important to acknowledge every single person that comes in, not just the top 2 or the top 3 or whatever, but like literally everybody. So if you've only donated 5 bits or 5,000 bits, you're going to get on that list somehow. And of course, the thing on the bottom says tokens for penguins. That's involving channel points, and that's always fun. But the whole aesthetic is actually based off of Link to the Past. A lot of the fonts and a lot of all that stuff is all pixel art that I hand did myself. And I came up with all that formatting and everything, and I just really wanted to have a clean aesthetic so I can focus on the game in a full screen, but still have the information on the stream available on the sides. It only gets to be a problem when I start playing more modern games and it actually cuts off some of the gameplay. But other than that, I'm happy with it.
No, I really like it. All right.
Thank you.
My bot fixed another clip. Oh, Boomer says, ooh, a fellow pixel artist. Nice.
Yeah. Pixel art is the jam. I love pixel art. I have so much fun with it. Because you'll notice that some of the logos that I've created for some of my special live streams, like Shoot 'em Up Sunday or the Bun Runnery, which is what I call my Link to the Past item randomized hacks, or when I do the indie showcase or my impromptu adventures, they're all existing logos from other games, but I've done pixel art enough to kind of tweak them into what I want them to be. It's awesome. You are pixel art. That's a beautiful thing.
Mortal, thank you for the lurk.
Some Legend of Zelda experiences are shorter.
Mortal is the one I was telling you about, that she's the trophy huntress and she's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. Power to you.
Yeah. Greetings won't work during the stream since it's a podcast, but yeah. Okay, we got another clip. This is called Kuko Destroys a Rock.
Oh my goodness. So to preface this, another thing that I like to do in my streams is a thing called crowd control. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, I met them at TwitchCon last year.
Oh my God. Crowd control is so much fun. So basically the concept is people can use the bits that they have on Twitch, convert it into crowd control coins, and then use those coins to literally change the gameplay as I'm playing it.
What?
So what you're going to witness...
Am I going to witness that now?
You're going to witness me being attacked by cuckoos on command.
I call them cuckoos.
Cuckoos, whatever they are. Oh yeah, I play as Garfield in this one. That's fun.
Wait, Garfield mod?
When you play a Link to the Past randomizer, you can select what sprite you are. And normally I select the Super Bunny because, you know, the Bun Run means that I'm always going to be the bunny. But because last month was Cat Month and I wanted to play all games featuring cats, I decided to pick a cat for this one instead of the bunny, and that cat happened to be Garfield.
This looks so fun. I love it. All right, let's watch this.
Some Legend of Zelda experiences are shorter than others, but I do feel you on that. Making the time to play video games in general is tough. Damn it! Oh, it actually broke it. Some Legend of Zelda experiences are shorter.
I just realized, like, the cuckoos look like a different color.
Yeah, it gets a little weird. So they do the best they can with the programming, but sometimes the cuckoos show up as not cuckoos.
Wait, are those floating heads?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Not Cat Mario. Cat Mario. I played Sayobon Action and beat it.
This is so trippy.
I did beat Sayobon Action. Ask anyone. Ask Amanda even. She saw it.
So trippy. Oh my goodness gracious. That's so fun though. That you see, so you do implement a lot of interaction with your chat, especially with the crowd control. You implement with that little that little, I forgot what those things used to call. I used to call them star screens on Facebook. So every time when people send
Yeah,
stars.
I used to use what I did as star screens, but now I use channel points to do the same effect. So that way
Yeah, that's
people
what I
can
do
watch the
too.
channel and not have to donate money in order to trigger things like me doing my freaking call impression. Yeah. Or I can do a meat rod impression too, but sometimes I don't really like doing that much. But if it's called on a command, then maybe I can go ahead and do it. You know, little things like that.
Yo, thank you for the lurks. Savanta says you have a crazy Yoshi impression. Can we hear it?
Oh, well, maybe Yoshi can speak on behalf. Come on. No, you stay. Star Raptor's drunk. Sorry.
Can you do the song? Not that
Is
song.
that how the song goes?
Yeah, that
The
one.
one that I remember is from Yoshi's Island.
I love that. Stop clipping me. Oh, you're clipping Ian. That's fine. Uh-oh.
So yeah, I mean, like, Yoshi's been my pal for a very long time. So you'll notice that, yeah, I do a lot of voice impersonations and the like. I have a lot of fun with that. That's just an expression. It's just another way that I express myself to the crowds out there for the most part. And whoever's willing to watch it, cool. And if you don't like it, well, that's your opinion, man.
Also, thank you for contributing to liking the stream. Usually when I do have my bots on, hearts will be on the screen, but I take it out for editing purposes and for the stream to be main focus on the interviewee. So I think we could have, since we can't do what we wanted to do before, we could have like a voice acting kind of challenge thing and have the chat tell us to do different impressions and we could go against each other. That sounds fun.
If you're willing to do that, that's fine. Are you suggesting that you also do voice acting?
I do actually.
That's a beautiful thing.
I'm not professional, but I've been interviewing lots of voice actors, and the last voice actor I interviewed was Bowser, as I told you. I interviewed from the video games, not.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, him. You can watch it. It's on my highlight section and it will be uploaded onto my website in June. This will be uploaded on my website in August. But another thing was I interviewed Gohan. I interviewed Stephanie O'Malley.
Wow,
Baby
that's cool.
Gohan. I interviewed Shakuber, who plays Android 17.
Oh, I love that voice.
Oh my god, who was I
He's
interviewed?
great.
Oh, Jack Hoover was such a pleasant soul. I interviewed John Swayze, who all for one for My Hero Academia.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
I interviewed a Twitch partner streamer who voices Paimon in Genshin Impact. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that is credential that like
they are really cool.
Have batted an eye at until now, you know, like because I played Genshin Impact for a few months. And that game is pretty awesome. For those of you who like Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild and don't want to spend a lot of money,
it's
go
free.
ahead and play Genshin.
That game is absolutely free, and there's so many hours, and I feel like the game will never end.
Exactly.
They were telling me they're constantly recording for that game, no matter what.
I mean, it's pretty in depth, and they're adding more content constantly. They're adding like new characters, like left and right. You know?
Even TikTok is having like a big contest. So yeah, chat. If you want us to do a voice, just put a random name. If I could do it, great. And if Ian does it, even better. I don't have to do
it. I'll carry the slack. It's good.
I could do a great Mickey Mouse impression, though.
Oh boy! Well, go ahead and show me.
Oh, look! Now I put myself on the spot.
You put yourself on the spot there.
Hi, everybody! Mickey Mouse here. Oh, hot dog. Oh, Pluto.
Gosh, Mickey.
I can't do Goofy. Goofy's hard, and Donald Duck is
Nope.
impossible for me.
You ever tried doing a Donald Duck? Because I struggle with that. It's so hard.
When I was playing
so hard to
Kingdom
do a Donald Duck.
Hearts, for Donald Duck, I was just going. I feel like I don't know how they do that, especially the fact, like, with the throat. That is such a painful way to talk.
It hurts.
It does.
Legitimately hurts.
It really
Like,
does hurt.
there are some that hurt less than others, but there are definitely certain voices that require a lot of work. Like, arguably more work than like a vocalist at like a Grand Ole Opry or something like that. Like, really putting in the stress.
One hard try, Woody the Woodpecker.
Oh God.
Something like
I haven't
that.
watched Woody Pecker. I haven't watched a Woody Woodpecker cartoon in a very long time. But I am familiar with him.
That was pretty tough. If you want to say about voice acting, which voice actor like inspired you to do like impressions and stuff? Like who?
So that's a great question, which is code for I don't have a good answer.
Oh,
but
bummer.
it also means that like I do have a pretty solid answer. There's a few that stick out to me. While I love Billy West's work as like, the Eminem and Philip J. Fry and everybody else that he's ever voiced, he does great work. Ron Paulson does some good work, but the one voice actor that really stands out for me is Stephen Blum.
Ooh,
If you're familiar with him as Spike Spiegel in Cowboy Bebop or his work in Big O, or literally, you'll recognize his voice if you hear it.
Mine, I must say, is Jim Cummings because he has a million of voices. He does Pete.
That's true.
He does Winnie the Pooh. I just found out from like a short TikTok video that he actually sang part of Scar's part in the song and impersonated the guy's voice. Yeah.
That's cool.
And there was a comparison on TikTok. If you go check it out, I was, what? No way.
So Yumi said about Bob from Bob's Burgers, and I have to say H. John Benjamin is a legend. I mean, like, I can't do a very good impersonation of him, but I feel like
I gotta hear his voice to be able to. Let me see.
Does, but it's his voice that is done into characters, if you know what I mean. For example, like H. John Benjamin does Coach McGurk in Home Movies. He plays a role in the Venture Brothers. He plays a whole bunch of other roles, like you said, Bob and Bob's Burgers. Like, he stands out. His voice is very distinct, kind of like Patrick Warburton, for example. But
I gotta hear his voice and see if I'm able to do it. I doubt it though, but let's see.
Are you talking about John Benjamin?
Justina, don't worry, you're never late. I want to see if I'm able. Yeah, if I'm able to see, like,
can't just cook a burger for somebody. It's like
that's pretty good. Let's see.
I mean, you need a couple of ingredients, right? His Coach McGurk is so funny. I love Coach McGurk. He's just like, hey, I got the rubber legs again.
I've never seen that show.
You gotta watch Home Movies. Home Movies is fantastic. It's like, Brendan, let me tell you something. Learn how to quit. Just learn how to quit. Coach, I think I'm getting over you don't have a broken ankle. I don't know. Just like
see, that was a really good impression. Yeah, I can't do Bob Burgers, so he beat me in that. So you got 1 point so far.
Oh, now we're keeping score.
Oh yeah, we're keeping score. All right. You know what?
I thought this was an exhibition match.
Nah.
Now we're playing for points.
I got a pen and paper.
God damn it. Yeah, and Archer. There you go. Meester gets it. Archer. That's also H. John Benjamin right there.
I've never seen Archer either. All right, so Ian 1 point, Ale 0. It's okay.
Sorry, you're at a disadvantage.
It's okay. Chat needs to pick voices that I know.
We're having too much fun here.
Impressions. This is fun.
This is the whole point.
That's all about it. So you don't always have to play video games all the time to have fun.
That is true. I mean, that's the beauty of life. There's a lot of different ways you can experience it, and sometimes it just means making silly voices on camera.
Cervantes is laughing. Do you like
As you
horror
get- I
games?
used to be in shape. You get fat, Brendan. You get fat. Like
Do you like horror games?
card games? Yes. It's funny that you mentioned that. In high school, I used to play card games a lot. But
Not
I'm
card
talking about
games.
I'm talking about standard card games. I'm not talking about Magic the Gathering, even though I played Magic the Gathering when I was much younger.
No,
but are you
not card games, horror games.
horror games? No.
Horror.
Honestly, like there's something about horror games that doesn't do it for me. And I think that like for me, when it comes to playing video games, I love games that give me a challenge. And I've played games that are full of jump scares that doesn't feel like a challenge. It just makes me feel like I probably shouldn't be playing it right now. I remember the experience I had playing Doom 3 with the lights off.
Doom 3?
Doom 3. Keep in mind, normal Doom games are FPSs that are designed to basically shoot all the demons and hordes of hell, and the whole thing is a bloody mess. Doom 3 plays like a horror game because all the lights are out and the demons are everywhere. So it's an experience.
They're making fun of my accent. Annoying.
That's okay. What accent do you think you have?
I'm from New York, so I have like a really New York accent. But I just like recently like moved to Jersey, so Jersey is growing on. But Jersey's not really growing on me because I don't hang out with a lot of Jersey people. Still have the New York accent.
You're doing just fine.
Whose Discord you trying to join my Discord? I'm so sorry. My mods have to post my Discord because of trolls when we played Jackbox. There you go.
Jackbox.
Game is evil. But anyway.
I love it. I played Jackbox like recently over at my brother's house. It was like the first time I ever played it.
See, if you play with family, I feel like it's safer, but playing on the internet is like super risky.
Oh, I don't play on like you gotta play like
health.
with people in the room. Like it's definitely a party game and it's beautiful.
How about Cards Against Humanity?
Cards Against Humanity is cool too. I have only played it a couple of times, unfortunately. I've never had many opportunities to play it with a bunch of other people, but it is fun.
I hear an Hispanic undertone. I am Puerto Rican and Italian, so I would hope I sound Hispanic. Although I barely speak Spanish.
I don't know if I have it's funny because I'm originally from like the Boston area. I live in New England, but I kind of feel like I have a little bit of like a Californian vibe to me as well. I guess because I mean like you want to talk about Boston kid, like I can do that, but it sounds like an impersonation. It's not who I am. I'm familiar with if I start doing the Boston accent thing, I'm going to be cursing a whole bunch. So
we can skip that part. Samantha says, Fran from The Nanny. Oh, look, no hesitation there.
That's all I got. It's almost like a Peter Griffin.
That's not The Nanny.
What, Fran?
Yeah, The
Fran
Nanny.
Drescher?
Yeah.
Fran Drescher. Doesn't she do like a voice?
Oh my gosh. Now I gotta look at her voice and let me see if we can impersonate it. Let's see.
You just have an even tone. Thank you for flattening me out, Amanda. I appreciate that.
Fran's laugh. Let's see. She has like that smoker voice.
It's all in the nose.
All the nose, yeah.
It's all in the nose. That's how people remember her.
Watch, maybe I will get a point for my Fran laugh. Let's see.
You know what? I could be a surfer. It's just too bad. Like I used to do snowboarding a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure that like if I tried getting on the mountain now, I'd be bad at it. But like, yeah, I could pass as a surfer. I could totally pass as California vibes. I totally see that.
Good night, Boomer.
Oh, all right. Good night, Boomer. Take care of yourself.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Let's see. I was supposed to say something. Yeah, I can see you as a surfer. Just put your hair in a man bun and be like, totally, dude. Totally,
I just
Kyle.
gotta get strikes to the water, bro. Like, just catch the gnarly wave and just ride it into the sunset.
Just ride
it. But the thing is, like, I am also, I mean, like, I could be a valley girl if I wanted to
Oh,
be.
boy. With the Starbucks
You
and the
don't
Ugg
want to
boots.
go there, okay? Like, just it'll be fun.
All right, here we go. Here is the Fran laughter. I'm gonna hear it and let me see how I could impersonate it. Okay.
All right, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. I can't. I can't do it. That's exactly how she looks in the video. Let me show you this video, chat. It is so cringe. Like, I'm gonna cover my face. Literally, look at this.
Fred, that's like all you need to see. It's cringe, but it's beautiful.
Oh, it's on a loop too. That's funny. They said it's for entertainment purposes. People are evil on the
for
internet.
real.
All right, did I get a point? He didn't even try. Try again.
What?
You gotta try again.
Why?
All that team. wait.
I don't want to do that again. That was a lot of Fran laughing. It was awful. We have to try something else. Fran is hard to do. Just saying that phrase just makes me feel a certain way. I don't know if I should feel it, but all right.
That sounds so bad.
I know, right? Peggy, you know who's funny? Okay, so Peggy from Married with Children. I'm trying to remember who the hell that is. She's got a name, obviously, but she's also the same voice of Leela from Futurama. So I'm trying to remember what the heck her Katie Sagal. That's what it is. Katie Sagal is a really, really great
Point
actress.
for Ian? Wow, you got 2 points, Ian.
I don't know why I have them. What can I redeem them later?
No. This is just a challenge.
Exactly. This is an exhibition match. It's like whose line is it anyway, where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Trying to zoom in and my zoom feature is not working on my Stream Deck.
Peggy is annoying. I mean, like, but it's a very recognizable voice though. You'll recognize that voice as soon as you hear it. And that's why I had to bring up the whole like Leela thing.
I never seen Married with Children, but I've seen the one with like that gray puppet thing that looks like a raccoon.
Oh boy. I don't know what that is, but
it's with the song "Hit the Road, Jack," and don't you come back no more.
No more.
Do you remember the show?
No, I don't remember the show, but I remember the song. Hit the road, Jack.
But it's a show with this puppet with floppy ears, and the puppet is like really rude. And this was like old. This was when WB11 was like their little mascot was the frog with the hat.
Oh, dude, I remember that. I remember the WP frog.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my darling. I know I'm frozen for a moment.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my
yes.
Just going with it. I love that. That was a terrific frog. I don't know why they did away with them.
No, he still exists. It's just licensing issues because it's Looney Tunes.
Oh, really? I didn't know that frog was Looney Tunes. I thought that was an original. Well, I mean, like Warner Brothers owns Looney Tunes, don't they?
They do. It's confusing. Trademarks and all that stuff. They got bought out because now they're not even WB11. It's like Pix11 now.
Weird.
Then Fox Family is now ABC Family, and then now it's Freeform. It's so weird how like the different like channels, even they have the same shows, they change all the time. The only channel that stayed the same was Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel.
The premium cable channels, as they would be referred to back in like 1998. But like, yeah, there's a lot of rebranding. It gets a little bit difficult to keep up with sometimes.
Hey, what's up, April Rose? Welcome to the stream. First time chatter.
Hi kids, thanks for joining us.
Wait, you know April Rose?
Yeah, absolutely. She's part of my streams all the time. She's fun.
I love meeting your people. This is so nice. It's like
I love having my people in here too. I mean, like we share the experience with everybody. You know,
like a little family reunion thing going on here.
I
Can
know,
you?
it's so sweet. She is my bestie, though. I love her very much. She's great.
Yumi
Seriously, we have
says,
fun. We have fun on my page, and it happens all the time.
and it's Wednesdays and Sundays.
Wednesdays and Sundays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
That's
That's it.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm totally drinking from the penguin glass. Just had to let you know.
Yumi says, can you do Jimmy Witcher's voice from KOTH?
Jimmy Witcher.
I don't know.
KOTH says King of the Hill to me. Now, I'm trying to remember who the heck Jimmy Witcher is.
Isn't that the one with the glasses, with the hat? I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
I'm not
Jimmy
a fan
Witcher
of King
sounds
of the
like there's a
Hill.
third-party character for that show. That's why I'm like kind of really confused by it. But
I love the Simpsons.
wow, for some reason my mind went right to the scientist professor dude from The Simpsons. I don't know why it went there, but it did.
You're at work, but it's dead. I feel that today was a dead day at work too. That's why I'm like low energy, but I'm full of energy. It's weird, but it's a nice flow, so I'm not complaining.
I'll throw the energy in here when I can.
And
but,
have Ian here for another 45 minutes. So yeah.
We'll get through this one together.
And I want to have at least one point in this voice acting
You'll get
off.
it. You'll get it. Maybe we just got to figure out what your niche is.
I don't know. He is the guy that ran the refreshment stand at a racetrack. I don't know. Hey,
I feel like I'm being
thank you for the
quizzed, and
follow.
I'm doing a bad job.
Look, you just made it home. I'm glad you made it home safely.
Hey.
Well, if you just followed me, this is my little welcome. Welcome to the galaxy of shooting stars. I'm a variety gamer. I play anything, not everything. I do a lot of sponsor streams for developers. I showcase streams. I interview developers, voice actors, and now I started interview streamers. And Ian is my first streamer to be interviewed. But
and
yeah.
I'm also a developer and a voice actor, so it's fun and it works out.
Wait, you're a game developer too?
Oh yeah, not officially, but I am working on my first game as we speak. When I eventually publish it and I get it out there into the masses,
Yes.
I'll let y'all know. But I am working on my first video game with my programmer buddy, and I'm really excited about it.
That's always exciting. If you ever need a beta tester, I'm very well known for beta testing games.
Do you like shmups?
Do I like what?
Shoot 'em ups. Have you ever played a shoot 'em up game? I'm talking about games like 1942 or Gradius or Gigawing or any of those other crazy things where there's tons of bullets on the screen.
Does Galaga count?
Wait, Galaga? Are you talking about Galaga? Because Galaga is technically a shmup.
Yeah, I like Galaga. I like bullet ring games. There was a bullet ring game that I played. It's called Absolute Zero, and it was a absolute hell. And it had like over 100 levels, and it's an indie a game.
So Meatster is wondering what I'm drinking tonight.
What are you drinking?
All right, I'm drinking something called Fisher's Island Lemonade. I have been a very big fan of this. This actually comes from New York, believe it or not.
Lemonade.
The first time I ever had it was on a business trip to New York, so I would recommend it for everyone if you're of age to drink, of course, because it is fun.
If you're of age?
Yes, absolutely. It's not a lemonade for everybody. It's a lemonade for somebody, you know? Like
oh my gosh, I can't. That's funny. I'm straight edge, so
that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want you to know that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I don't like judging people for what they do and don't do, you know? Like, 'cause everybody's got their limits and everybody's got their interests and stuff. So, and it's honestly power to you for being able to hold off on those, the vices of the world, so to speak, you know?
Oh, it was also the episode where him and Peggy won being an artist when she made the propane statue.
She made a propane statue? Damn. There's so many seasons of King of the Hill. I just forget some of these episodes sometimes.
Savanthus is lying. I do not play Fortnite and I do not play racing. That's two games I hate.
Racing games are tough.
No.
Racing games are very...
So the thing about racing, the racing brings ugly out of me. And on top of that, I'm a horrible driver in video games. Everything that
Even Mario Kart?
requires yeah, oh my god, I hate that game so much.
Wow, damn, that sucks. I personally love Mario Kart because it doesn't play like good racing games. Like, you get me on a controller and get me to play Forza, forget it. I can't do that. I am not smart enough to operate a car in Forza or in Gran Turismo or in any of those games. You get me behind the wheel in Diddy Kong Racing or Mario Kart, I'll figure it out and I'll do an incredibly great job at it. So it's weird for me because, like, I do get competitive. If I feel like I'm good enough at a video game, like, April will attest to this, I get, like, really competitive when it comes to, like, Mario Kart. Or I'll get really competitive when it comes to Puyo Puyo, for example. I don't know how many people out there know what Puyo Puyo Tetris is, but I played that online for a good long time, and I started realizing I was losing my sanity when I was competing with people of the same power level as me, and they were all like Japanese players that like knew the game way better than I did.
I have it on Xbox.
It would get really frustrating. So
it's a hard game. So we are going to be looking at, since we still have time, we're going to be looking at the right 16-Bit Heroes page.
There it is. You got it.
Yeah, you didn't say anything the first time. But anyways, so this is 16-Bit Heroes. 16-Bit Heroes is a retro gaming channel featuring quality gameplay and a mission to bring people and video games together. There's colorful characters and penguins, and we're LGBTQ plus friendly. So love reigns supreme here. I love that welcoming message.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like, I'm all about love. I got a lot of love to give, and I've expressed that several times all the time.
I am not like, reading this, by the way.
We live in a world of fear, and we need more love in it. And I'm gonna bring it. Damn it, I'm gonna bring it.
I am not reading this, by the way. This is a lot of reading, but
that's totally fine.
I do have a recommendation for these are games that you are playing or you completed.
Completed. I mean, the games that I'm playing, it depends. So the way that I do my scheduling is I pick a theme every month, and I try to stick with the theme as best as I can. So I align all my shows and all my other content with it. For example, last month was Cat Month. So because it was a month featuring cats, we played nothing but games that featured cats, like Bubsy, which I personally hated, Felix the Cat, Gato Roboto. That's why we did Link to the Past's Garfield. So, like, we kind of keep to a theme. And then the next month goes on, we have a different theme that we work on. So, for example, right now we're in the middle of something called Mega May, where I'm playing nothing but Mega Man games, and that's the theme, and that's just where we're going with it. Next month, we'll probably do something different. I think back in February, I played games where we had nothing but female protagonists. So that's why we played games like Sailor Moon, and we played games like Glaylancer, which actually is a shmup featuring a female pilot. So there's ways that we can go about doing this, but when I come to create my content, I stick to a theme. I work with the theme to keep it interesting. I still play Legend of Zelda games, and I still make sure to get a shmup in there and an indie game in there as well, but like that's how I come up with my content. And the reason why I list the games that I've beaten is because I beat a lot of games.
Oh, of course. But I'm going to show you a neater way to put the games that you completed.
All right, then.
So look at my screen. This is called Rank 1 Global. It is like a kind of profile thing, and you link it with your Twitch. There's also an extension. I can't think right now. And you also put your social links here, and you put a little bio. And then here you could put what games you're currently playing, what games you want to play, and what games you completed. So it says I completed 235 games. I haven't updated this as much as I should. I actually completed 271 games.
Wow, good on you.
So it's a nice way, and it's neat, and it's presentable. And then look, you can put like a cute background. As you can see, I put Ocarina of Time because my favorite game. You can add your hardware, moments, all that stuff. And then look at the game that I recommended. These are all my all-time favorite games. Jet Set Radio Future, Blue Fire, Crosscode, and all that. And the cool thing is you can recommend these games to whoever visits your page, And no, I'm not sponsored by them, but I talked about them at TwitchCon last year, and a lot of people have found this site really handy, especially that people could actually find your stream from here and other people who likes your content similar to you. So you also could rate the games from how you like them and how you don't like them and give feedback. So it's a really cool site. And it's from the developers are from Switzerland of this website, and they're very nice people. Yeah. So then this is the feed of, so it's called Rank One Global.
Rank One Global. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out then.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. I also posted in the chat if you are interested. You're going to TwitchCon this year? Anybody who's coming to TwitchCon this year, let me know.
I personally am not, but that's okay. I mean, like, I'll get to a point where I'm traveling again soon enough. I just have to.
I'm hoping I could go. I submitted to speak at a panel again, so I'm just waiting for that. But yes, nice. That's always fun. I'll send it to you in the chat later, because if I send it to you now, your camera's going to be pushed up and it's going to look ugly.
In due time. We'll get there. We'll get there when we do.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, go check out that link. It's really cool. And then my little invite link is really nice.
Nice.
It shows that I actually use my referral links, which I should more often do. So let's go back to your page. I was just looking. I was just giving you a heads up that that's a nice way of organizing your games. What another thing I used to do is I used to do like a public Google Drive link, but I felt that was more annoying to maintain because not a lot of people want to click on a Google Drive link.
Yeah, they want to have the information readily available. They really do. And that tends to help. So what would you put on the Google link though?
I think I have it. Do I have the command meter? I made a command since there's certain, I do a lot of visual novels, so I like to read stories to my chat. So
that's cool.
On that list, I do recommendations of different visual novels, free or paid. And that's what I put in that list because there's certain visual novels that you can't find, especially since some of them are mostly beta or not fully developed. So, yeah.
They're not complete.
Have you ever thought going into the VTuber side?
So it's funny that you mentioned that. I have thought of the idea. So I have a couple of friends on Twitch, one of them being Voxney, who is my Cabot friend. She introduced me to VTubing because it's like basically you create your own avatar and the avatar is live. It's a beautiful thing. So even though I like putting my face on camera and I have absolutely no idea being like, hey, look at this. Like, what if there's a day where I don't want to do that? What if there's a day that I want to be off camera and I just want to have my avatar do all the work? So I thought about doing it.
And you could be an Uwu girl if you think about it.
But it also means creating a 3D avatar. It means creating a lot. You have to spend the time and effort to create your 3D avatar without spending a ton of money trying to make your avatar work. And there's a whole bunch of other things that go into it as well.
You also, instead of VTuber, since you do make pixel art, you can make a PNG pixel art tuber.
That is an interesting concept as well. And I like the idea.
And that'd be really cute, especially like you could like move yourself around and put yourself in the game.
That would be really cool. Like if I were to do something like that personally, I mean, because I'm also an artist and I do a lot of doodles. Like I do like hand-drawn little doodles. You'll see a lot of them show up on my Instagram feed. But like to have something like that animated while I'm like live streaming would be really cool. Except that would also require a lot of digital artwork, so to speak, to make sure that it all looks fluid and it all like is animated properly and stuff. So that's a big undertaking with a pretty awesome payoff. But I don't know if I'm able to make that kind of investment time-wise. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely the time-wise. But you would, if you were considered and you do have the budget for it, you would do it?
If somebody else was willing to make that for me, I will pay for it. But I don't know anybody who would do that for me for a nominal fee in such a way that I would approve of, because as an artist myself, as a creative type myself, I'm very much a stickler. So like, I can't just be like, I'm going to give you $50, you're going to make it for me and I'm going to love it. because I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna be like, okay, I have these 12 criticisms, and once you fix those, I'm gonna have 30 more for you. You know, like I'm gonna be like super anal about it. It's not gonna be fun for whoever's working with me unless I trust their work and I trust that they'll just be able to put out something that I'll truly enjoy. So
Someone asks, "What's your thoughts on couch co-ops?"
Love it, love it, love it, love
Wow,
it, love
see?
it. Wish I would have it every day.
hesitation.
No hesitation at all whatsoever. Like a lot of people like doing co-ops online, and it's cool. But I like being able to be next to somebody. I like having it be like a really personal experience to some degree. You know, like I love the idea of that level of togetherness. You know, it's good that we have stuff like the Nintendo Switch Online service and other video games that, or even like things like Parsec that allow us to communicate together and play video games together, even if we're not sitting in the same spot, which is nice. But there's something about just like the physicality and the nature of just having a body like right next to you that's experiencing what you're experiencing in real time that just really adds to it. So like couch co-op, love it.
I'm the
love
opposite.
that.
I feel like I'm gonna punch somebody.
And maybe you will, but that's part of the magic.
Oh man.
Because if your partner sucks, then you're gonna let them know. And you can let them know in real time as opposed to just leaving a bunch of emojis or like saying a whole bunch of text to which they can just go LOL GG and then call it a day. You know, like the human contact is the fun factor. I agree, Cervantes. You're right. Absolutely.
Oh man, that's so fun. Anybody else have questions for our lovely guests? Be sure to check out the correct pin message. Goodness gracious.
You're trying your best. You're trying your best, Allie.
Hey, you're my first streamer of the series. Like you said you wanted May 15th. I'm like, can I have you earlier? And you said yes, so I'm happy about that.
I am all for it. You know, I am pretty reasonable when it comes to my time. Let's just put it that way.
Savanta says you want to be able to unplug the other remote or give them the one remote that doesn't go left.
Give him the Mad Catz controller.
Or give them that oh my gosh, what controller
The
was
janky
it?
third party one.
It was a controller I had from KB Toys and it was the worst controller ever. Meester's asking what's next to Yoshi.
This is one of my Pokemon pals. He's one of my favorite Pokemon. His name is Staraptor, and he is a wonderful, wonderful Pokemon. For those of you who don't know me personally, I am a flying types trainer, so I have a lot of bird Pokemon in my vicinity, and he rides with me in my car. I love Staraptor, and as you can probably tell by my hair, we have something in common here. So
that's what that is. Got it. Someone's
it's
mad
not
at you.
intentional, but like I'm gonna ride with it. Hey, you gotta stop being so drunk.
Someone's mad at you. They said, I can't believe you agreed to do this today on your best friend's birthday. I'm so sorry, April.
This is like the 12th birthday she's had this week. Just please, just let it slide.
Oh wait, it's not her actual birthday?
No, it's an unbirthday. It's a birthday, all right. It's just like it's the 12th time this week. So like, just it's okay. It's gonna be okay. I just really don't want to upset you.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I was like, was she really upset? You got trolls too. Got it. Note taken.
This is how we vibe. This is how we vibe. This is how Cutes and I vibe. It's a lot of sarcasm. It's a beautiful thing.
No,
You're not going to get it, but that's not the point.
a lot
Anyways,
of people will not guess my joke.
beautiful. And yeah, unreal. But like we have a lot of fun on my live streams. Like there's a lot of the chat is pretty interactive. We say a lot of random nonsense. It's a lot of fun. But I'm also crazy, and it ends up manifesting in interesting ways. Like for example, we're playing Mega Man games for Mega May this month. So I'm bound to say a whole bunch of stuff pertaining to the gameplay as I'm playing it. And I know that the chat has something else that they would also like to say. Usually it involves New Jersey and Olive Garden, but I mean, Mikey D's not here.
What's wrong with Olive Garden?
There's nothing wrong with Olive Garden. We're sponsored by Olive Garden, according to Mikey D. Every day is my birthday except for December 4th. Exactly. That's exactly it. She gets it. So that's why she has to. That's why she has to make me feel shame every single time I do things without her. So like, sorry, but you're at work, and I don't know what to do about that. Olive Garden is everything. I mean, because they got the breadsticks and they have the salad, and don't forget they're about to get the dipping sauces for $5.99 plus tax at your local Olive Garden locations.
Where's your Olive Garden sponsor? Like, I want my Taco Bell sponsor.
You can have your Taco Bell sponsor all you want, but I'm going to take my OG sponsor because I like free salad and breadsticks, and I like sauce.
I love Olive Garden.
And it makes me less sick than Taco Bell will.
Taco Bell does not make me sick. I don't understand what people always like tell.
If you have an iron constitution, I am not one of those people. So
I have leftover quesadilla calling my name, but I'm going to have it tomorrow.
You know what? I would have a leftover quesadilla too, so I don't fault you for that whatsoever. It's fine.
Power to the taco.
Wait, what?
Power to the taco.
So let's ask you this: are you a corn or a flour tortilla on your taco?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it does. Do you prefer corn or do you prefer flour? Let's hear it.
I don't have any prefers. That's what's funny. Like, I don't have any preferences.
So you'll just eat whatever taco it is as long as it's a taco?
As long as a taco.
All right, so that's cool. That's
Even
fine.
if it's like a Nutella, if it's a Nutella taco, it's a taco. Or Choco Taco, one of those ice cream things.
But April gets it because I'm all about flour tortilla superiority.
Gotcha.
I can't stand the corn. I really can't. It hurts. But the flour tortilla is where I'm at. But then again, you can use a flour tortilla for literally anything, and it's beautiful.
The salad and the breadsticks are the best. Yeah, Olive Garden is expensive though. People think it's cheap. It's not cheap.
But here's the deal: you go with a bunch of people, and only one person has to order the unlimited salad and breadsticks. The rest of y'all can just get one.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you need one order of that. That's true, and then you could just share it all day.
Yeah, because if you got 3 people order the unlimited, then it's like they're giving us extra money, and they really don't need to.
I want Olive Garden. Now I'm sad.
Sorry. I mean, this is kind of one of the. You're affiliated with me now. You're gonna have to get used to this. There's a lot of talk about New Jersey. There's a lot of talk about Olive Garden.
I live in Jersey, so I feel offended.
You're gonna be offended because New Jersey does not like us, so it's fine.
Wait, New Jersey doesn't like Boston?
No, just me.
Wait, is this a story time moment that I'm gonna get?
Not really, but I do have beef with the double highway that you have over there. The Jersey Turnpike is a nightmare.
Especially
I hate the Jersey Turnpike.
If you miss an exit, like 10 minutes, you gotta drive to go around.
Yep, that's basically how it works, and it's stupid. I hate it every time. Yep, we regularly compare Jersey to hell, and it's accurate. So
wow, that hurts. You know, I don't even drive in the highway.
Just because you live there doesn't mean you're a hellion. You just happen to live there.
It. Hey, I'm from New York, so that's what matters, though.
And there are good things that happen in New Jersey. There are some good things that happen in New Jersey. For example, the band Bouncing Souls came from New Jersey. They're awesome. You know.
I wish I could give you a death stare right now, but I can't. So you're lucky.
Do it. You can kill me. It's fine. I'll come back like a weed. I'm known for it.
My Zoom feature is not working. I don't know why. I'm so sad. Jersey Turnpike was on Men in Black? Really?
How? Was it built by aliens? Just adding to New Jersey lore right now. I love this.
No, it's really crazy because the new Joker movie was actually, parts of it was filmed in Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Lady Gaga was in New Jersey last month. Was it 2 months ago?
Was she promoting something, or was it like...
She's in the movie. She's Harley Quinn.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the wonders of modern technology.
Yeah. It's amazing how we can connect, like, this.
I love the virtual aspect of it because especially during like when times were rough, especially in the pandemic, this was the best way just to keep sane.
I mean, it's good for all of us to have a human interaction with somebody anywhere, really. For us to be able to interact with each other as human beings is such an important thing for all of us. It doesn't matter how introverted you are. I know that introverts get drained by social experiences, but we all need to be able to connect with each other in some way, shape, or form. And honestly, live streaming allows us the opportunity to do that as creators, you know? And I think it's a beautiful thing.
Agreed. Reggie was leaving the city and said it's Reggie heading on the Jersey Turnpike. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Any fun tech failure stories? How many times have you had your stream cut off from you?
Me?
Yes, you. Like, just completely die because the platform just stopped cooperating.
Not the platform, but I used to have Spectrum, and I used to stream in downstairs in a basement. So when I didn't have my own modem in my own room, my modem was up. Imagine the modem was only upstairs. I had an extender. The extender was plugged in through an Ethernet cable to my laptop, and it was trying to bring a signal to that thing, and all of a sudden my frames dropped in like 30 minutes in the stream or so.
Ooh, that's brutal.
And then I invested in getting my own modem and business internet, and now I've been using business internet, and I never want to go back to residential internet. Plus, I could write it off my taxes. Uh-oh. Did we lose Ian? Uh-oh. I think we lost Ian. So he's streaming from his phone because his internet, not his internet, but his laptop was a little bit grainy. So, or maybe he got a call. I don't know. So do you want to talk to my pretty face the whole time, or do you want to see some clips while we wait for Ian to come back? Ian is super chill. I can't believe we knew each other since Facebook days. Or he knew of me. I don't remember, to be honest. I have very bad memory sometimes. What you prefer? You want to chat? Okay, we could chat. What do you want to talk about? Oh, I could show you his page. We could watch his clips while he's not looking. Oh, what are those stuffed animals? I love owls. If my zoom feature worked, I could zoom in and show you every single one of them, but Alexa, off is normal. So I love owls. So those are a whole bunch of owls that I have. Owls are my favorite animals, as you can tell. And then Savanta sent me my emote in a pillow because Humbly is the mascot of the stream. My favorite video game of all time has to be Zelda Ocarina of Time. Oh, we lost him. All right. So let's close that for now. Don't worry. It's nothing personal in the chat. We were just planning for the stream. That's what he said when I sent him the link to your interview link. Wait, what he said? What happened? Owl, yes, owl plushies. Yes, I love them. They're so cool. So yeah. I love my owl plushies. My all-time favorite games is Crosscode and Zelda Ocarina of Time. You knew me way back from Facebook days. That's amazing. Maybe he didn't charge his phone and it died. That would make sense. No, he was charging his phone while talking to me. He even made sure it was charging. You want to watch more of his clips? Let's watch more of his clips. And now I can show my pretty face while watching the clips. Don't judge who I follow, okay? Okay, so let's see. Let's go to clips. Top 30 days. Oh, this is the Gato Roboto he was talking about. Let's see. Oh, whoops.
The penguins right now.
Option.
Because it's fun.
Oh, it's that penguin thing.
Hey, Mr. Bear. Oh, gotta love it. Okay, let's get that. I saw a seller on eBay selling Gutnack. He never said it was fake. I mean, like, that's pretty intense.
That was random. Let's see what else. Oh, I think he's back.
All right. So yeah, I don't know what just happened right there, but basically my internet just died where I'm at.
No way. You know, we were just talking about internet outages.
Yeah, we were just talking about tech stuff and all that stuff, and now I am outside where I have wireless access, I guess. So that's frustrating, and I'm sorry about that, everybody.
We
I
were
can't
just
even
watching
feel
your clips. It's okay.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's definitely a
And they
positive thing.
were asking me questions. That's
And-
so
and I'm pretty
ironic,
sure-
though. We were literally talking about internet outages.
So y'all cursed me. I get that. That's fun.
You kind of cursed yourself since you mentioned it, so put the blame on yourself.
I will accept full responsibility of it, but please don't sue me. That's all I ask.
What internet provider you have, may I ask?
I don't have the I don't even know. I want to say it's Comcast, but
That's what I have.
yeah. Well, I mean, no internet provider is really all that reliable these days, is there? But we do the best that we can with what we got, and here we are. So I'm glad that I'm able to at least be here.
Okay, we can blame this on April since you forgot her birthday.
She's mad at me because she thought I abandoned everybody. But it's a technical issue. It's not a personal one. I promise we're okay, cutes. Just please hang on. We're gonna be okay.
Hey,
I'm really upset with the fact that it just cut out like that. I was not anticipating that, and well, now I gotta own it.
It's okay. This is the cool thing about streamers. We don't have perfect streams. We always will have tech issues and everything. And it's like, for example, if you're on stage and you forgot the lyrics in the song or something, or if you're on stage and you get stage fright or something, you will think of that good moment and that positive moment and just live up to it or something, or improvise. And that's why people love us, because we don't give up and we love what we do.
It's very true. I mean, the improv thing is a huge aspect of it, because there are times where you're on stage, you're performing, whatever you're doing, and then something will go wrong that you don't anticipate will go wrong. But as they say in show business,
the show must go on.
So you find ways to make it work, right? So it's not like I lost service and I was like, well, I guess I'm done for the day. It's like, nope, I'm going to find a way to get back online. I don't care how I do it, but I'm going to do it. And it took me stepping outside in order to do it. So
you're going to stay with us for an extra 10 minutes then?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I can't read the chat. So for everyone in the chat, thank you so much for being a part of it.
I could read the chat for you. Don't worry.
Aw, thank you.
April said, I did curse you as a 986-year-old witch is kind of my job. Meester said, is all good, Ian. April said, I would have immediately given up. Meester's asking, hopefully it's not freezing outside.
It's not freezing outside, but I just think it's really funny the way that she holds me accountable. That's just fun. Because it's just like, oh no, I had a technical I had a technical problem. How dare you? Just like straight out of like Rocko's Modern Life with that big hippo that gets really mad every single time you get near her.
That's a hippo? I always thought it was a cow.
It's definitely, I think it's a hippo anyways. The pink one?
Oh, never mind. I was thinking about the yellow orange character.
All right. No, I'm not thinking about heifer. I'm thinking about like it's like a separate character that shows up briefly. Like all I remember is the first "How dare you," and then that's about it. That's literally it.
Oh, I don't know their names. Heifer? Oh my gosh. And that's a kid's show? No comments.
It is a kids show, and it is not really written for kids, but you know we love it now as adults, now don't we?
That's the same for the Ren and Stimpy controversy.
Ren and Stimpy is a different situation though, because John Krafalski is kind of a messed up individual, and I don't like him as a human being. However, you cannot deny his talent with art. And that's why OG Ren and Stimpy that was made for Nickelodeon back in the day was great, even though it was extremely graphic. But if you try looking at any of the Ren and Stimpy like revival stuff, it's a nightmare, and I would not recommend it to anyone. Please don't.
Have Rocco's Modern Life fanny pack. Oh no, I have cow and chicken on my brain too. I could do a cow impression.
You can do a
big
cow?
brother.
What is it, sister?
Daisy wants to come over, but you're a stupid boy, so you can't be here.
Well, us stupid boys are gonna have our own place. Well,
Yeah.
this is a little cow and a chicken.
The red guy. He's hysterical.
It's me, Ben Pants. Catch it, cow!
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Okay,
I
see,
love the red guy. The red guy's my favorite.
what's his name?
He's just called the red guy.
The red guy, right?
He's just called the red guy. You can call him the devil, but he's just really just the red guy.
He's
That's
not
it.
really a devil. He's just a red guy.
I'm pretty sure he's a devil. he matches the description.
Oh,
but
thank you. I
He's just got
finally
the
got
laugh
1
track.
point.
You did? You win.
No, you only got 3. What are you talking about? I could do Dee Dee's voice.
All right, yeah, I'll work on that.
What
I'm kind
happened?
of I'm screaming outside. That's what's happening. I kind of have to like not scream outside.
That's hysterical.
I'm trying my best here, but my best is obviously not good enough. So
Wait, he can scream inside, but he can't scream outside.
but I'm not going inside because that's where the internet's dead.
Oh, wait, so you're on on data?
I'm on data outside right now to make up for the fact that my internet is bumpkiss right now.
So your data doesn't work online. I mean, on inside.
Somehow. I mean, like, it's just the law of the land, you know? Sometimes the towers don't work in certain places. But we make it work. We do the best that we can with what we got. You know, that's just part of what it is to be a live streamer, is that sometimes things just don't work out and we do the best we can with what we got. And somehow we make it work. Somehow.
What phone
Sorry.
network?
What, do you want me to give you my number on my stream?
No.
Well, I'll give it to you. It's 555
Hey.
XXX. But it's no, I'm on Verizon. I know, right? It's not my favorite.
I almost vomited when you said that.
Well, do you need to clean up? Or are you still sick? Or like, sorry.
No, I have roaming nightmares about Verizon, especially the old times when roaming was a thing. Roaming is still a thing, but it was worse.
Yeah, I turned that off. I turned
Yes.
that off immediately.
April's like, yes, give us your number on stream. No.
No, I'm not going to do that. Not everybody needs to have access to my personal information unless you want me to get, you know, shanked on live stream. I'm good on that.
Wow, internet, it be like that sometimes. You got this, man. Yeah. Zach says it's better than Spectrum internet. Yo, Zach, I used to have Spectrum, okay? Don't be mean to Spectrum.
Here's the fun thing, though, is that like every single internet service provider that you can think of has probably failed more than one time where you wish it didn't. So everybody's guilty of this.
Hold on. There's
Every-
sirens in my ear.
Oh no.
Someone resubbed.
Oh, sick.
So I have my Silent Hill sirens.
Absolutely brilliant.
I love Silent Hill. Give it a minute. I totally
I'll give
forget
it.
about these alerts. That's not the Purge. It's Silent Hill. Get it right.
Was Pyramid Head there?
It's a
Please tell me.
Yeah.
Nice. That's the way it goes.
Wait, so you don't like horror games, but you like Silent Hill?
Well, Silent Hill is definitely a horror game. I just know the lore. I've never actually really invested enough time in a Silent Hill game. I've played some Resident Evil games and they're kind of fun. Yeah, but like I'm not that good at those either. But yeah, I mean, it just really depends on the game. It's just like I'm not interested in games like Clock Tower or Fatal Frame or anything like that. That doesn't do it for me for some reason because I want more action. You heard me. I like when it comes to my video games, I like having like fast responses to things and a lot of like flashy stuff and whatever going on all at the same time. With horror games, they tend to be very slow paced and then they just kind of jump scare you a lot. And that kind of messes with me a bit. So, it's not my favorite, but I guess I'll play it. Just maybe not on live stream. But, you know, I'm open to suggestions and ideas. And maybe one of these days, maybe I will do one of those.
Play Amanda the Adventurer.
What?
Play Amanda the Adventurer.
All right. I will have to try that out then.
It's a game on Steam.
Oh, nice. Gotta love that.
And I just finished it. And it's basically a ripoff of like Dora the Explorer. But the thing is, the story is like really deep. And it's a really fun game.
Oh, cool. I'll have to
And
check it out then.
It's scary, but it's not like jump scare kind of. Well, there's some few jump scares. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it's it's psychological horror. Like it will mess with your head.
Oh, good. Gotta love those brain games.
Also, Za just came back from Tokyo. Once again, thank you for the resub. April says Pyramid Head is my dream guy. He is mine too. I join you. We're gonna fight over Pyramid Head, okay, April?
All right, cool. Have fun with that, you two.
No, thank you for horror. I'm excited for the Silent Hill remake. I don't know if it's gonna come for X. I know it's gonna come for Steam, so I'm looking for that.
That's gotta be a PS5 thing, right? It's gotta be PS5
and
somehow.
Steam. They have it on Steam
There it is.
on the wish list already.
Nice.
Hi, Master of Light. How are you? If you didn't know, podcasts and interviews, none of the commands that requires sound and graphics and all that commotion will work during these type of streams.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you didn't know, chat Master of Light 24 will be interviewing tomorrow. So if you want to check in for that, check that out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Power to you, man.
And Master of Light is a console streamer. So streams directly through the console.
Love consoles. I mean, like I do the same thing too.
Directly from a console on stream?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For the longest time, I couldn't get my capture card to work, so I had to use emulation, but I don't prefer it. I would rather use the consoles that I have. I have an NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. I have a PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4. I have a GameCube. I have a Dreamcast. I have a Sega Saturn. I have a GameCube. I have...
You had said GameCube twice.
Well, maybe I did because I use it for the Game Boy Advance adapter that I have on there.
That? Oh, I used to have
I have one of those.
So cool.
It's amazing. I love having that available. So I can play Game Boy Advance games. And I also have my PC Engine Duo R, so I can play TurboGrafx games and the CD versions of those games too. And those, for a shmup aficionado such as myself, there's a lot of great games for that console. So I'm happy with what I've got. And it's amazing to think that there's even more consoles that I can get. Like, what if I got my hands on a Wonder Swan, or if I got my hands on a Neo Geo, for example? That's all also good, you know? There's a lot of great stuff that's out there. We just gotta go find
love that. Well, everybody, I know Ian here does not want to be outside all night. or get locked out
I'm
of the
doing
house?
just fine, but yeah, eventually we'll have to conclude.
Oh no,
Sorry.
we're concluding. It's already 2 hours. Can you believe that 2 hours flew like that?
Yeah, I mean, we were having some great convos. So thank you, everybody in the chat, for being a part of this. Seriously, thank you so much.
For being part of this. Thank you for like just chilling with me and stuff, and like not making this like you know, basic, you know, same questions over and over again type of interview. This is basically just to get to know what you like and what you like to do.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I have a personality in here somewhere, so I'm glad I'm able to project that, and thank you for giving me a platform to do so. And seriously, thank you all of you who have tuned into this live stream tonight, and for those of you who have came on in here from my own page, thank you for being a part of this and supporting what Allie is doing here.
Aww,
and for those of you who
still doesn't know how to say my name,
coming on over to help me out, thank you very much. Seriously, much love to all of you out there.
Ian?
Yeah?
It's Ale.
Ale. All right. I'll get it right next time, hopefully.
Bye, everybody. Make sure, please follow 16-Bit Heroes, spelled correctly, on the top of the page. And be sure to be tomorrow here to meet the second streamer I'll be interviewing. I will catch you next time. And yeah, he streams on Wednesdays and Sundays, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda says, I told you I'll tune in, Ian.
Thank you so much, Amanda.
Also, if you want to join my Discord and just join the shenanigans and you want to be part of this and you're a streamer, the form is on my Discord and is on my Twitter somewhere. But if you can't find it, I'll be happy to personally send it to you, or Ian could personally send it to you.
It's true. I could totally reach out.
If you find it. I don't know. I gotta find it myself. I'm also doing this on TikTok too, so yeah.
Nice. Power to you, you know.
Thanks. Anything you want to say as a closing statement for everybody before we go?
Not really. It's just thank you all so much for being a part of this live stream. If you want to check me out, Wednesday and Sunday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch with 16-Bit Heroes. I'm your guy, Ian. And thank you, everybody from the Legion of Sprites and beyond for tuning in for this live stream. And much love to my lovies. Mwah. Good to see you all out here.
Amanda says...
And seriously, thank you so much for being a part of that.
Aw, thank you for being here. Yumi says, bye, 16-Bit little dude. Amanda says, someone send to Semper Fi?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Semper's my buddy. We love him. So go ahead and send that raid that way if you want. But I don't know where you're going to send everybody. If you want to send anybody anywhere, so if that's not my stream, it's yours.
I know Semper Fi.
Yeah, Semper Fi streaming. I'm looking for him. Give me a second. Can Ahmad give a shout out to Semper Fi Gaming, please? Goodness gracious. Why is it so hard to find this person? Maybe it's a spelling thing. Just saying.
Is he live?
It should be. I'd like to think so.
I follow Semper Fi and I don't see him on my follow list. Someone spelled his name wrong.
Spelling, our only weakness.
It wasn't me, it was Ahmad.
Still, that's why I said R. It's a collective we now.
I'm stalling, by the way. Talk to them while I'm looking for him.
What am I talking about? Am I talking about Semper Fi streaming? I mean, he's my buddy Adam. I mean, he's like local to me, honestly.
Wait, he's in Boston really too?
Not Boston, New Hampshire, because that's where I'm located now. I said like I grew up in the Boston area. I moved like a half an hour away over the border. But he's also, I mean, we're all New England. We're all New England here. So like it's kind of all the same state. Just depends on,
Semper Fi streaming is offline. So I can't rate somebody who's offline. Yeah, he's offline. Sorry. But I
You
can
tried
find
your best, Amanda. Thank you.
Yeah, but I have someone you might like. Let's
Cool.
see.
Do it.
I'm trying to see what everyone's playing. Everyone's playing horror games nowadays.
I promise I won't be offended.
Oh, my friend is playing some Stardew Valley. That's a cute game.
Do it. Do it.
Do you like Stardew Valley?
I personally, like, I know people who love Stardew Valley and those kinds of games like Animal Crossing. That's not my style of game, but I'm not going to tell other people not to play it because I do see the value that other people have in games like that. So.
Oh, no. Amanda meant to send the interview link to Semper Fi.
Oh, an interview link. Oh, my God.
Goodness gracious.
That's not the same as a raid.
No, it's not. Anyway, we're going to raid my friend from Australia, UK. She's playing some... Oh, my goodness. I don't know how to spell today. Don't say anything, Ian.
I won't because I can't read it.
We're going to raid my friend, UK. She is from... Oh, I spelled her name wrong.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
I gave another UK a shout out. Anyway, UK is my friend from England who now lives in Australia. She's playing some Stardew Valley. Now we gotta wait for my shout out. You know what? Let's just close to the outro and just talk over the outro because why not? Because
We got it.
I'm just a mess today. Everyone, once again,
You'll
bye everybody. What's the
All right,
last
well,
thing
thank
you
you
want to
so much,
say to
everyone.
the chat?
Well, I just want to say thank you all for your time, and hopefully I'll catch you on another live stream soon, okay?
Hopefully I'll catch your stream too, because
Yeah.
we stream usually at the same time, but not that. I like to rest on Sundays.
That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But hey, if there's a chance to raid, I'll send it your way. No
Aw,
problem.
Shucks. Same here since I finally followed you. No offense. I feel so bad. All right, ending screen starting now.
All right.
Be sure to follow 16-Bit Heroes, SIXTEENBITHEROES, and streams on Wednesdays and Sundays 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's go show some love to UK. Love you guys. See you on Discord for movie night.
That's right.